everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little testing video for you. I'm going to be creating a eye look with these two palettes here. I'm thinking of doing a little series which is like a palette party series where I'm just diving in a couple of palettes or maybe 2 or 3 just to sort of get different looks and just have fun with them really, because when you've got a collection of makeup it's very hard to appreciate it all unless you use it. So what I'm wanting to do is just pick a couple of palettes here and there and just mush them together and see what we get, and I'm just wanting to have a lot of fun with it. So I'm excited to start my little palette party series just with these couple here, so I'll show you those now. I am uploading 3 times a week from now on, so I'm very excited about that, and we have just hit 3,000 subscribers, so that's really exciting. I know it's a small milestone, but I'm really excited by it. The first palette that I'm going to be using on the base of my eyeshadow, so for the mattes, is the Revolution Heartbreakers Rainbow Heartbreaker palette. It's a huge palette, it's really nice. This is what the packaging looks like here, and this is what the actual palette looks like. It's so flippin' adorable. If you don't know, Revolution brought out a Heartbreakers collection, and they actually had little Heartbreaker palettes which had basically all of these colour stories but in separate little 9-pan palettes, and I do believe they have just plopped them all together and made a big palette. But I really love the look of this. It has been in my collection a while. I haven't actually used it. It's just been looking pretty on the side of my filming trolley, so I'm very excited to use this. I think this one retailed at about £15 when it was launched, and I just think for a rainbow palette it just looks so pretty. To pair with my Revolution Heartbreakers Rainbow palette, I have got the Jolie Bomb.com palette. This is one that I've used loads over the years. This is like the clean version that I haven't touched. This is a pressed glitter palette and it is so stunning. I have got another palette down here which I'm going to sort of dig into, but I wanted to show you my nicer one just because this is an unused one, but I have used this palette over the years, just my other version of it. For pressed glitters, it's absolutely incredible. It stays on your eyes all night long, and I know a lot of people don't actually like pressed glitters, but I love them. Looking at these palettes next to each other, you can probably see why I've decided to pair them together, just because there is so many colour options in here, and I'm very excited to give it a go. I haven't planned the look, we're just going to dive in. I've just primed my eyes using the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base in the shade Light. And as I said, I haven't picked colours from this palette before, so I'm just going to dive in really. Looking at these here, I'll just show you up close again. We've got some shimmers and we've got some mattes in here. First I'm going to go for the mattes. I think I'm going to go for these lilac shades just around here, and we're going to see what we can do with those because they're really appealing, and I'll probably dip in a couple of other colours as well because I want to kind of go for a rainbow look today just because I think that would be really cute. I think to start the look off, I'm just going to go in this pink that's over here. Pigment wise, it's a very cotton candy pink colour which I'm really liking, and I'm going to pop this on the wing. I really do like the pan sizes on this, and as you can see on this brush here, there's a lot of pigment there. I'm just going to start by tapping on the outer corner just to create a little wing, and that's a really nice colour. I'm liking the payoff on that one. What I'll probably do as well is just blend it out with a lighter colour in here. I'm not bothered if it's going to look a bit messy at the start because I do plan to blend it out. I'm just going to take a fluffy clean brush now and just scoot over the top over here. I am really liking the way the pigment is going on the eyelid there. I'm going to dust over towards the centre of the eyelid, and I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush and just dust over the top. I am really excited to do lots of eye look videos. I have been wanting to do them for a very long time, and I did upload once a day for about 2 months, and I just had to slow down a bit because life just happened, you know. But I'm ready to come back. I am deciding to do 3 videos minimum a week just so I can enjoy the process and also rest, because I do work full-time as well. You've got to have some rest time, haven't you? But I'm really liking the look of that colour there, so what I'm going to do is do the same on the other eye. I am finding this colour is packing on really nicely. Very interested to see what the other shades are going to look like as well, because I think so far the colour on this is really nice. I am very excited to play about with colour because I have a very colourful sort of wardrobe and things like that, and I love bright colours, and I think just playing about with makeup is such fun, and I'm very excited to have palettes like this because I think it does inspire creativity, and I'm just going to go for it today. That's what I've got on my eyelids so far, so it's looking very pink, and I think what I want to do is go in with something from this row here. It's not something I'd normally do, but I'm sort of drawn to these colours here. To start with, I'm going to go in with this one. On the skin, that's what the colour looks like here, so I'm going to pop this on the inner corner of my eye and see if we need to darken it out at all. And of course, after this, I will be using some glitter. We're going to see how many colours we can get in. Go in with this one just here and pop this on the inner corner. blend it into the pink as well to try and probably make a little purple, but I might go over the centre of the blend just with another colour. Depends if it needs darkening out. But yeah, that colour is quite faint. I'll just try going over it again and see if we can get any more pigment. If not, don't worry, because I'll go in with another colour. It's all about experimenting. That's looking a lot dustier than I expected, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this one here, which is a very similar colour, but it's just more blue toned, and I think it's going to have a little bit more pigment. I don't think I have any of the little Heartbreaker palettes, but I did hear good things about them, and I think, to be honest, if you've got the big one like I've got here, you probably don't need the little ones. That's looking a lot brighter colour wise. Just going to take my clean fluffy brush and just dust over the top there. I am finding the blue is a little bit more patchy than the pink was, so whereas we've got a bright solid pink there, I've kind of got a patchy looking blue over here. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that with this palette, but we shall see. I think it's a lot murkier than I expected. I'm just going to see what we can do. I might try popping this one on. So this is more of a periwinkle purpley blue, and it's just this one here. There's no harm in popping that over the top. I'm just going to see what it does and see if we can get more of a bright colour. Already that is very bold. That's a lot more on the wavelength that I was thinking originally. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush as well and just blend this out. I'm just going to do the same on the other eye now. I'm going to go straight in with the periwinkle kind of colour over here, and then just pop it on the inner corner of my other eye and just see what it looks like. Yeah, so I think out of all the colours that I just tried, this one is the best one. I'm just going to run some in the crease just a little bit, just to try and deepen it out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over the pink and then just run some purple over the middle as well, because I think that will probably blend it out quite nicely. And we are putting glitter on the top as well, so it isn't going to matter too much. I'm going to take this purple here, which I think does look quite dark, but I'm going to try and make it work with the pink and the blue we've already got on there. I'm just going to drag it over the centre of the eyelid where the colours were blending together. And then I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush and just sort of dust that out a little bit. So that's more of what I was expecting. I'm going to do the same again, so I'm just going to go in with the dark purple that's in the middle, and I'm just going to pop that in the centre where the pink and the blue meet. And then I'm just going to blend that out. Take a clean brush again, and I'm just going to dust over the top because I want that to just be a bit more blended out. I'll probably take a lighter shade as well. I'm going to go in with this one here, so it's a very light baby pastel. That's what it looks like. It kind of passes off as pink or violet, but I think that one will be really good to dust over the top. So I'm just going to go in that one now, and I'm just going to take that in the crease over here just to give it a more subtle edge. That is a really nice blending shade. I like that. I'm going to pop quite a bit of glitter on as well because I know that this is what I was planning to do originally. I'm going to take one of these green colours now. So the three greens here are actually glittery, but I don't know what they're going to come off like. The matte green and the glittery green look like that, so I think you kind of could get away with both of them. Don't think the glitter payoff is too much on this palette. I think I'm going to start with this one. As I said, in the pan it looks quite glittery, but on the brush it actually doesn't. I am actually going to wet my brush. I'm going to use the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray in Peaches and Cream, because that sometimes picks up colours a lot better. I can actually see the glitter particles. That does look really cute, but obviously for glitter purposes I'm going to go in the other palette mainly, but I'm going to do the same on the other side now. It's very subtle, but it's there. I'm going to pick a yellow now because I just can't not, to be honest. I'm going to go in with this one here. So it's a very vibrant yellow. Kind of looks like an Easter chick. So I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. Just going to do a little dab here and then here as well. I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and I'm just going to dab here because where the setting spray has sort of dampened the eyeshadows, I'm just wanting to sort of tap that off a little bit. Just before I go in with my glitter palette, I'm going to take a couple of shades underneath my waterline. I'm going to go with this one here, so it's just the little teal colour, and I'm just going to take that down the inner corner. And then for the outer corner, I'm going to go in this purple again. I definitely feel like the purples and the pinks are more pigmented and they go on more smoothly than the blues seem to be, but I do really like that. That's going to be my base with the Rainbow Heartbreakers palette. I'm going to go in with the Bomb.com palette now for the glitter. This is what we've got to work with. As you can see, the correlation with the colours in here and the ones I've got on my eyes, I think they will work quite well together as palettes. So I'm going to go in with this colour here first. This is what the blue glitter looks like here, and as you can see, I've just done a tiny little swatch in the palette and it's very well stuck onto my finger. It's a beautiful formula. Highly recommend it. I know a lot of people do not like pressed glitters, but that's probably because you haven't tried this palette. I am going to use my finger to do this just because I do think it applies better, and I'm going to go in the inner corner here. So I've just pressed really lightly and we've already got a really nice glitter payoff. And of course you still can see the palette underneath that I've used. That's what I've done so far. I'm just going to take a blank finger now and just sort of drag the blue slightly over to the purple, just so it has a more subtle blend. I absolutely love this palette. Look at the lights on it. Can't complain. I'm just going to do the same on the other side, and as you can see, that one swatch in the pan has still got loads on my finger, so I don't even need to go back in. I also find it really satisfying putting glitter on, and how can you not be happy looking at that? And then I'm just going to drag a blank finger across here just to blend it out a bit more. What I'm going to do now is go in an inner corner shade. I'm going to use this one here. This is called Sugar. It looks like this, and I'm going to take it on my little brush. Also, for those of you who don't know, I have loved this palette to death. This is my old one that I've used so many times. My friends have used it as well. I'm just dipping in these shades just so I can keep my nice palette to show you. And then just on the inner corner, I'm going to go in like that. So it has got a bit of purple in there just because I didn't wash my brush. Lol. You know what? I'm not mad at that. That's what we've got going on so far. It's very glittery indeed. Next, I'm going to go over the rest of my eyelid. So I'm going to have some fun with these colours. The next colour I'm going to go in is this one here. So this one's called Firefly. And it looks like that on the finger. It's a very nice violet glitter. It's just stunning. And I'm going to pop that just next to the blue one. This does have red reflex in it. You can see when I blinked just then. It does have little red bits, which is really nice with the purple. And I'll do the same on the other side as well. I love that. I think this palette at the time did go viral as well, and I see why. Next, I'm going to go in this shade here, which is a very hot Barbie pink. It's called Princess. That's what it looks like there. Definitely a favourite of mine. I have panned it in the other palette, I think. And I'm just going to do the same. So I'm just going to tap it next to the purple and just drag it over towards where the wing area is. I love it. And I think as we're getting into Christmas season as well and New Year's, a lot of people are going to be wearing glitter and just having fun with makeup. Let's get in the mood for New Year's. I mean, I love glitter all year round, but you know. That is what I've got on my eyes so far. I flipping love this colour combination. I just love blues, purples, pinks. I think they're beautiful. Both of the palettes seem to work really well together. So that's what I've got so far. I am going to pop some mascara on, so I'm going to go in with my Rem Beauty mascara just to give my lashes a little lift. Lip product wise, I used the Barry M That's Swell Birthday Cake lip gloss, which is a plumping lip gloss. For my blusher, I used the blush in the shade Sweet Cheeks. And I have got a little bit of highlighter on my face, not a lot though. I used the Love Island Stun Hun highlighter, which I've nearly used up. I'm really proud of that actually. I blooming love this one. I really like gold toned highlighters, but that's nearly gone. That was my makeup look with the iHeart Revolution Rainbow Heartbreakers palette and also the Bomb.com palette, which is the pressed glitters. I think both of these palettes worked so well together. I'm really glad I've got them. I think I definitely need to have a go with the blues and try and get those to work a little bit better. Maybe it's just my blending skills, but I think this palette combination is just so much fun, and I definitely will be doing more because there's so many golds and other colours I can play with. I want to do a red look as well, and I really enjoyed this video. I I hope you enjoyed this little palette party or combination video. I am going to be doing loads more because I just want to dive in my collection and enjoy it. I have also picked up a couple of really exciting palettes for Black Friday, and one of them's staring at me over there, but I'm not opening it until I've done at least a few more videos with the stuff I've already got. And I have got a couple of collabs coming up which I'm very excited about too. So if you want to see more, please follow me on Instagram. That's at Zoey Glitter, Zoey with a Y. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!